Welcome to the World Cup match between India and Australia at Leeds. And you had a look at the pitch a little earlier, Jim. How was it?
Thanks, Richie. This is a really good cricket pitch with something in it for both the bowlers and the batsmen. There'll be some movement there for the bowlers, but if the batsmen keep their concentration and play sensibly, there should be plenty of opportunities to score. After the first few overs, it should play evenly throughout the match. A tough call, perhaps a good toss to lose. Back to you, Richie.
McGrath to bowl the first over of the day. Those are the first runs of the morning. Over pitched and smashed the four. That's the first boundary for Chile. Superb shot. He's timing the ball perfectly today.
You really can't bowl short on this pitch. It's just giving runs away.
McGrath to Chirac. He didn't quite get hold of that one properly. There's a mix-up with the batsman. Our shot. That's the first boundary for Ramesh. That's cleared the infield. It clattered into the boards.
He really laid into that delivery. 4 runs all the way.
18 runs were picked up from that over by McGrath.
The one-day fielding restrictions really give attacking batsmen an advantage at the start of the innings.
Lee to Chirac. Oh, that's a really superb shot. Shiwag moves into double figures with those runs. Shiwag is now facing. A long hop and punish. Lee is not impressed.
He really needs to concentrate on line and length right now to keep the runs down.
There should be some runs here. That's speeding to the boundary. Ramesh moves into double figures with those runs. Turn down to fine leg. Eight overs are left in the innings. McGrath to bowl the last of his allotted overs. That's gone high in the air. Well, that was 6 as soon as he hit it.
The bowler can't believe it, but it is out of the ground. 6 runs.
He's worked that into the gap. Ramesh has moved into the 20s and is starting to look far more relaxed. He's got it into the gap. Real textbook shot.
Fantastic shot there. He knew it was 4 as soon as he struck it.
The bowler won't like that one little bit.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
Ramesh is now on strike. That nearly joined us up here in the commentary box.
The fielder just watched it, going.
That over helped the run rate somewhat. Lee to begin a new over. A long hop and punish. She won, has moved into the 20s and is starting to look far more relaxed. That was beautifully turned off his legs before.
You really can't afford to give this player that kind of room. That's 4 runs every time.
There should be some runs here. He smashed that one right out of the ground. He really struck that well.
The bowler won't like that one little bit.
Up and over and 4 runs. That was a really confident shot.
He gave the batsman too much room there. 4 runs.
That over eased the pressure on the batting team. Here comes the first change in the bowling. That's gone high in the air. That's a big hit. It's 6. He really struck that well.
Great strike. It looked like 6 the moment he struck it.
That really was a super strike.
He gave the batsman too much room there. 4 runs.
It's high in the air. This batsman won't miss anything that's short.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk.
The batsman will have to run these. That's straight up in the air. He can enjoy this as he's had to work very hard for it. There's his half century. That's the end of the 5th over. We're about to have a change of bowling with the leg spin of Wong. It's in the air. It hardly seemed to hit that, yet it sailed over the ropes.
Well, you can't set fields for shots like that. That's brilliant. That was a super shot. I really didn't think it was too bad a ball.
She won, waiting at the striker's end. Oh, he's dropped it.
A good effort, but you need to hold on to those to win matches.
That's straight up in the air. That easily cleared the boundary.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
I saw that one early.
Well played. You got into perfect position for that shot. Head over the ball. Weight going forward.
That over eased the pressure on the batting team. Ramesh waiting at the striker's end. Short and smash before. That was a superb placement.
He loves the ball in that area. Great shot. 4 runs.
It's in the air. It really looks in fine nick today.
Well, it was in the air, but there's no one there. No risk.
That's a big hit. It's 6. He smashed that a long way.
That's a demoralising sight for any bowler, seeing the ball sail over the fence.
Well played, but the fielder will cut that one off. Gillespie to bowl to Shuak. That's gone way into the stands. 6 runs. He picked that up beautifully.
It doesn't really matter if it goes in the air if you hit it that far.
That's straight up in the air. Really struck that well.
Perfectly played. He got right over that ball and played it with a nice straight bat.
That over eased the pressure on the batting team. Let's take a look at how the innings has gone so far. Gillespie has finished with figures of 2 overs, no wicket for 45. That's gone high in the air. He smacked that over the top and been rewarded with 4. That ball was at the fence in no time at all.
He picked his spot well there, a glorious boundary.
Chiwag facing. He smashed that right out of the ground.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
India, no wicket for 54. Let's take a look at that in slow motion. Warren to bowl to Shuak. That was a really confident shot.
He'll have enjoyed that one. It was 4 the moment it left his bat.
Warren to Shuak. That's a beautiful shot. And that takes his score into the 90s. 19 runs were picked up. It's in the air. Harvey, and the over pitched very slightly. It was punished.
Oh, great shot. That was a pleasure to see.
It's in the air. Four. He's timing the ball perfectly today.
That was a great shot to watch. He just leant into it and stroked it to the boundary for 4.
Chiwag is now facing. There it goes. The crowd are giving him a great round of applause as they appreciate the importance of this knock. That's a century for Shuak. It's high in the air.
Great strike. It looked like 6 the moment he struck it.
Harvey has bowled none overs, no wicket for 19. That was 6 as soon as he hit it.
He smashed that a long way. Great to watch for the neutral, but the bowler won't be too happy.
25 runs came from that over for India. We're about to see a change in the bowling. There it goes. That looked like 4 all the way. Chiwag is now facing. That's a big hit. It's 6. That came right off the middle of the bat.
The bowler doesn't look too happy about it. There might be a little bit more in the next one.
played, but the fielder will cut that one off. The batsmen are looking for 2. Ramesh waiting at the striker's end. That's over the infield and racing away for 4. Fielder hardly had a chance to move there.
That's not the right line to bowl to this batsman. He'll punish anything there.
That's gone high in the air. Well, that was 6 as soon as he hit it.
Well, he really hit that a long way. Exciting stuff.
Martin was not impressed.
He plays that shot really well, and it brings him lots of runs.
At the end of the innings, India have scored no wicket for a 9.
The match would appear to be delicately poised after that innings. It will be interesting to see how it develops. They've batted themselves into a winning position.
Martin has bowled 1 overs, no wicket for 22. Let's take a look at how the innings has gone so far. Srinath to begin a new over, 210 runs required. That's the first runs of the day for Gilchrist. Stopped by Ramesh. Oh, that's a really superb shot. That's the first boundary for Hayden. 9 overs are left in the innings. Khan to begin a new spell. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. The fielder will cut that off. Superb shot. That was a superb placement.
It was a good shot, but the bowler shouldn't be bowling at him there.
Hayden facing. It's straight at Ramesh. Didn't quite get hold of that one properly. Picked up by Singh. 9 runs came from that over by Khan. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. That's too short. and it's been dispatched before. That's the first boundary for Gilchrist. He's going to have to move here. He looked as if he was home to me. Swinat at the start of his run-up. Well, that's found the gap in the field. Gilchrist moves into double figures with those runs. Steered expertly into the gap. That takes him into double figures. Swinat at the start of his run-up. Pushed into the gap. Trouble here. Gilchrist is now facing. Hit straight at Ramesh. 10 runs were picked up from that over by Swinat. Khan to bowl the last of his allotted overs. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. Steered expertly into the gap. He looked as if he was home to me. The fielder's appeal, but he was quite comfortably home. Khan at the start of his run-up. Really looks in fine nick today.
He played that shot perfect.
Khan continues. Hit straight to a fielder. A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary.
Wait.
That's gone high in the air and safe.
Wait.
Trouble here. A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary.
Waiting.
What a superb catch that is.
For those of you watching at home, that's a good example of how to take a catch.
Gilchrist has gone for 18. 10 runs were picked up from that over by Khan.
The captain shouldn't really use up all of his best bowlers' overs at such an early stage of the innings.
And we have a change of bowling. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. Well, that's found the gap in the field, stopped by Ganguly. Those are the first runs for Ponting. Hit straight at Ganguly. Hayden is now on strike. pushed into the gap. That's the end of the 5th over. India are making a change in the bowling. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. There it goes. Oh.
He never really looked comfortable with that catch, so it was no surprise when it went to ground.
Steered expertly into the gap. He didn't quite get hold of that one properly. Pushed into the gap, hit straight at Dravid. He looked as if he was home to me. A nice shot, but it won't make it to the boundary. Hayden has moved into the 20s and is starting to look far more relaxed. Prasad took Ponting. Hit straight at Ramesh. 4 overs are left for Australia.
The captain needs to think about saving some of his best bowlers' overs for the closing stages of the innings.
Nehra to begin a new over. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. Oh.
I'm sorry, Richie, but there really isn't any excuse for missing those.
They have 4 overs to get 167.
White.
Hit straight at Ramesh.
Waiting!
Hit straight at Ramesh.
Waiting!
3 overs are left for Australia. We're going to see the off-spin of Singh. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. Not timed perfectly, but they'll get some runs anyway. Ponting, facing. Hold him. The batsman really had no answer to that ball.
He lost the line of the ball and it went straight through him.
So then, that's the end of Ponting. So they need 166 to win from 15 balls. That's the first runs of the day for Martin. The batsman will have to run these. 2 overs are left in the innings. And we have a change of bowling. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. There it goes. That's the first boundary for Martin. Martin waiting at the striker's end.
Waiting!
The batsmen are coming back for 3. We can have a look at that again. There it goes.
Waiting!
There it goes. That takes him into double figures. The required run rate is looking more and more out of reach here. He picked the length quickly with that one.
He'll be pleased with that one. It came sweetly out of the middle of the bat.
That's well bowled by Singh.
That turned a long way. The bowler will have enjoyed that.
We can have a look at that again. That's good bowling. Singh continues. And he's got away with it. Out, bowled. The batsman really had no answer to that ball.
Well bowled there. He kept it straight and waited for the batsman to make a mistake.
We can have a look at that again. So to sum up then, India win by 144 runs. Well, let's take a look at the scorecard. These are the bowling figures. Singh has completed his allotted overs with figures of 2 overs, 2 for 9,